Hey, welcome to Managerial Accounting. My name is Linda Muren, and I'm your course instructor and faculty at Tri-C. I am on the Blackboard site, and I suspect that you already know how to log in to get to your Blackboard course. This is our course site, and if I go to the announcements page, you will see that I've wrote a welcome message. I wanted to capture today my navigation features and how to get through my Blackboard course site and to do the materials that are required for the semester. Of course, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to select the Start Here button. It will move you to the page, and depending on whether you're using your Google Chrome or your Firefox, and I'm not sure exactly how this works in Safari, but in order to see the Vokies, you actually have to go up into the corner and select the Shield button, and then you have to tell it to disable the protection on the page. Unfortunately, it pops you back to the very home page, and then you have to come back. But once you do that and you're in that site, it'll stay that way, but not for every single time you access it. The Vokies aren't that critical. They are just kind of like cool tools that I try to put in there, but they are typically recorded in my voice. Again, I'm going to select the Start Here button. Now, I do not have Google Chrome open, but Google Chrome has a similar feature that requires you to allow access to, I forget what they call it, unsafe pop-ups, I guess. But theirs is actually over on the right side of the screen for you to allow that. Okay, so yes, I have my little Vokie in there, and you hit the play button and then you can hear it. For ADA compliance, I have actually scripted the Vokie and put it in here so that you learn that. If you're new to e-learning and have never taken an online course, it might be useful to go through the link here and look at more information. I will show you where this will take us in a minute, but let me go through my course navigation. I only have a few minutes to go through our lesson. How to navigate this course site is actually a document that is going to just explain all the buttons. So once that document downloads, I open it up, and I can print this, and obviously you can as well. Okay, but basically it's going to just tell you what all the buttons mean in the course site. So again, there's no homework assignment or anything like that in this particular navigation document, but I'm just trying to let you know about the different information resources. The college resources is again where we would have the training for the online. So I'm going to close that document for a minute, and I want to go back. I was hoping I didn't lose my page, and I did not. The syllabus, of course, is here. It is really important that you look at the syllabus, and when I selected it, it's putting it into download, creates a PDF document for me that I can open. Right. Again, I prepared a 10-question syllabus quiz just from the standpoint of make sure that you have gone through it and you know what's required for the course, such as you need the Connect Access card, and it does cost $80. If you are an accounting major and you're going to take the CPA exam or any of that type of stuff, I will tell you that the Garrison textbook for managerial accounting is one of those resources that you want to keep. It is a good study tool. It will help you in cost accounting and several of your other classes like advanced accounting and intermediate accounting. It is a very well done book. So hard copy is a good book to have. We do have a soft cover, includes the ebook. If you were to purchase just the Connect with the ebook, I believe it's $125. So hopefully that might be your alternative for those of you that are not accounting majors. I'm going to close that document. Okay, then here's your syllabus and navigation exam. I wouldn't recommend taking this exam until after you've gone through the course site because some navigation questions come up as to where would you find this information. You do have 2 attempts on this quiz just to make sure that you score well. Okay, accessibility statement at Tri-C, you're able to access that, and we have phone numbers related to that. And I've also included the McGraw-Hill accessibility statement with regard to their electronic resources. Netiquette, computer skills, and all that type of stuff, and if you need to check your internet browser, are all in the Start Here tool. And you've seen that I scroll up and down within the Start Here button to look at all the content. Once you finish the start here, what you'll want to do, and most times you'll be in the lessons section. The way I've organized my class is basically folders, and the folders here have content within, and your assignment links are all within. Now in lesson 1, okay, we want you to hit the discussion board, okay, and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself. You will see a link here that will take you to your Connect site. It doesn't really indicate that it is Connect. The first time you access this, it's going to ask you to register into the Connect, which is the McGraw-Hill product. You can, when you do this, use the register with your access code, which means that it came with your book already. It is the 15th edition of the Garrison Managerial Accounting textbook. An alternative is that at the bottom of the register for now button, there is a try it free, but the free is only 14 days. If I were to click on either one of these links, they will take me directly to the assignment. I'm going to go to the second assignment. And when it does that, and again, I'm an instructor here, so it's not showing me in student view. So I want to see it in my student view because that's how you would see it. I'm actually going to hit the home page. And I'm hoping that you have that home button on your tool as well. If you do not have that home page, feel free to use the library tab, Connect, and then you can get to your ebook from there. And you would select your chapter that you're interested in looking at, and you can read your content. Okay, you can go through the videos for the various sections, images that are related to the course content. Okay, and I believe you can do some note taking and highlighting and printing of pages as well. Okay, again, to select the chapter that you're interested in, I guess I would want to go to the book content, select like chapter 2, and it has moved me to chapter 2, and then there's subsections in the chapter. All right, let me go back. I want to actually get to a homework assignment. So I have everything bundled into lesson folders. I am again going to go into student view, so this is how it would look from your standpoint. Okay, and underneath the little arrow, when I open up, I see that I have 2 assignments for chapter 1. I see that I have 3 assignments for chapter 2. It does tell me my beginning and ending dates. No, just my due dates. It doesn't tell me. I guess if it wasn't available, you wouldn't be able to see it yet. The number of attempts are indicated as well. Okay, and Learn Smart, you can come in and out of multiple times, but there are due dates assigned to them. Notice that chapter 2 does have an August 31st due date, right? When you open these assignments up, Learn Smart is actually like a flashcard kind of deck process where you're going to go through and answer multiple questions. I've tried to keep them under 30 minutes so that it basically goes over the course content in a period of 30 minutes. Notice that it said Smart Book here. And the Smart Book is a different version of the Connect. It's actually a really cool version because it gives me an overview of the lessons and I can look at the content, and it's organized by category. Notice how the pages fit under different subheadings, almost like they're objectives. It gives me the ability to read the content in a much bigger view. Practice is where you're going to do your assignment. Whether you're going to do the Learn Smart or the Smart Book. Okay, and you see that it's prompted with an icon and a Voki as well, a voice recording, and you can just turn that on or off as you wish. This is basically how you'll do your assignments and answer questions. And if you put no idea or if you get it wrong, it puts it back at the back of the deck because it's trying to improve your understanding of concepts. But the Smart Book versus the Learn Smart has a link that takes you to the page. So if you don't know the answer, you can go right to the page. So that's really kind of a neat feature. Now, when I go over to the right side of my screen, I clicked on the triple line, and it gave me the opportunity to go to Learn Smart View. Okay, and they asked me if I want to change it to my default. And right now I'm not sure because I've never done this before, so I want to just see for myself first. So notice that it doesn't say Smart Book and that it's Learn Smart. Okay, but basically same format, same types of questions, but again, here's the risk with this format. It doesn't really provide me with a link to the textbook. So I think that's a cool feature in the other. Okay, I guess I was looking at standings for all, and these are not necessarily our students in our class, but anyone using the Managerial Accounting course. Oh, it did have a My Section portion. Okay, so again, I am going to finish with my Learn Smart assignment here, and I believe that there's a submit button and it's not being captured on my screen once you finish through all the questions. But I'm going to go back to my section homepage. Again, you saw me click on that little right button to go back, because this way I can start my next assignment instead of having to go back to Blackboard immediately. All right, again, I automatically defaulted back to instructor view, so I want to go back to student view. Okay, little clock tells you that it's going to be a timed quiz. Most of your quizzes run 30 to 60 minutes. An exam, you'll have just over 2 hours. I give you a little bit over to give you some prep time or print time if you needed to print an assignment. I wanted to show you something about the homework. Okay, the homework gives you unlimited attempts, because that's of course how I've set it up. Right? The feature here to print it unfortunately only prints 1 page at a time, and I am disappointed that I can't print out the whole assignment, and I don't have an alternative for you other than I copy and pasted these all into Excel, and I'm hoping that if you need a printout of it that you print the Excel page, because it will use less paper and provide you with the same information. Okay, the Save and Exit button will allow you to come back and do your work, finish your work later. Okay, submit. In this type of assignment, you actually have multiple attempts. On a quiz, you do not. On a quiz, it may say Save and Exit. You do not want to do that. You need to submit a quiz. They are timed. You cannot get back into it again, especially in an exam, if you've exited the exam. Okay, so that's homework, and I guess I want to, I'm just going to hit, this is what you're going to get if you submit anyway. So it's going to tell me I didn't do any of my homework, but for homework, I can come back and do it again. All right, again, I just pop back into, all right, I guess that's it. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, details underneath when you pop them open, but the thing that's interesting is that it says Return to Blackboard. When you select the Return to Blackboard feature, it is supposed to transfer your grades back into Blackboard because they're linked together. Okay. Here you can see I have a discussion board for Chapter 1 where I want you to actually look up a company, and maybe one that you work for already if it's a public company, or a company that you wish to work for, hopefully a public company, and check out what they do from a corporate social responsibility standpoint. And I want you to just answer a couple questions. This, of course, will link you right to the discussion board so you can post your responses. It is just a link. The last thing, chapter resources. In the chapter resources, I have our PowerPoint files. I'm not sure if I'm going to put my Excel files there. I might put other lesson files there later. I am prepping with a new version of this textbook, so I'm rebuilding all of my materials from scratch. Okay, that's lesson 1. I'm going to use the breadcrumbs trail to go backwards instead of selecting the tool buttons on the side. Okay, please navigate to these tool buttons to see what's under them. I am running out of time in this video, So I'm hoping that if you have any questions, you'll post them in the discussion board under technology.